So when you do options, stock options, you lose the whole amount if you bet wrong. So it looks like you can go ahead and set prices and bets on how high it would go or how low it would go. And then you would lose the entire amount if it doesn't happen. Puts and stocks. Put is when you predict it's going to go down, and call is when you predict it's going to go up. I don't really understand it yet. Okay, let's try a different article. Okay, interesting. So this is a clear example. If you had $5,000 and you invested in Apple at $165 per share and it increased to $181.5 per share, you've made 10% and you would have went from $5,000 to $545, making a return of $495 in return. Now let's see the call option. Okay, so here's an example where there's a call option where you're predicting it will go up at a strike price of $165. So you just need it to increase. And that option costs $5.50 per share, or $5.50 per contract. So that allows him to buy 9 contracts. Interesting. So you're actually buying 100 shares at $5.50 per share? No, oh no, making a deal on 900 shares. Yeah, because it's $5.50 per share. Divide that by the total amount of 5,000, you can get 900 shares. All right. Oh, I see what's happening. So with these option calls, you're paying $550 and that's the cost. You need it, let's say at $550, 675 plus $5.50, that's 170.5. So you need you need it to increase more than 170.5 for you to make a profit. Okay. So if the stock price increases at 10%, option will expire in the money and it will be worth $1,650 per share. So that's turning 5,000 into like 15,000. And then if you lost, you would have lost that $550. So that means the people who are calling, if this is a call, if the people who are doing puts are offsetting this $5.50 cost. And the premium is the $5.50 you pay, I think, per share. And yeah, the profit is unlimited. Now let's talk about puts, the opposite. If you think things are going bearish. Covered call, interesting. Covered call meaning you can sort of cover yourself, where if you're thinking you've bought some shares and you think it's going to go up, and if it doesn't go up, your put will give you a return. Okay, interesting. Call is buy at a certain price. Put is sell at a certain price. Interesting. So put is if you buy 100 shares of ABC at say $50 per share, you now sort of have the contract, or you own 100 shares of ABC and at $50. So when the price drops down to $25 per share, you have the option to buy at $25 and sell at $50. Okay, so calling is buying. So you want to say buy, I want to buy 100 shares of ABC, but then at $50 each, that's the current price. What's the difference between that and just buying the stock at 50? So let's say I think Tesla's going to go down to 500. Right now it's at 1,000. I buy a bunch of call options at 1,000, and then if it goes down to 500, I'll somehow make the difference at 10x the leverage. If it doesn't, let's say it goes only down to 900, then my options are now worthless and I've lost the whole amount. Now what gives options value? I think it's like having an option is like having a stock, or like it's having like a sort of, an option is like having, yeah, sort of like having a figurative stock coupon. It's like a coupon that seems to expire at a certain date. So that's what gives it value, because if you buy the coupon, you can get what the coupon sort of says. You set a put at 500 and the current price is 1,000. If it goes down to 500, the reason why that would be valuable is because your option is at 1,000, and rather than like that's better than 500. I don't know. It's a bit confusing. I don't really get it, but I sort of got a gist of it. I've been able to get the 80% gist of what puts and calls are, and sort of starting to understand it.